Hi friends, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. I am going to be sharing some projects that I have been making, and we will also make one in this video because it's just so easy and fun to make. I thought I would show you how to do that. So anything I'm showing you, of course, you can use any of your papers that you have on hand, but I will be focusing on using these gorgeous digitals from Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club. Their latest Country Farm junk journal pages and a couple of other of their digital kits that are in their shop. These are so fun to make, you guys. I loved it. So let me get started with a little booklet. I thought I would kind of make a little set, like a little kit of handmade pieces that could be added to a journal, like a larger journal. So anyways, I started with the little booklet made out of the cover is made out of a paper bag. I used one of the gorgeous prints that are in the shop. And I just, kind of lightly embellished with a little washi tape, a little doily. This is meant to just be like a little additional booklet that can be added to a journal. So you've got pocket here and here. And these digitals also are from the Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club collection. I just used some additional ones that I had already printed out. I love these florals as well, and these are like the little ATC cards. They have so many, and it's just like a few little, coffee stained pages, mostly for the sound, because I absolutely love the sound of these little booklets. So that's the first one that I made. And then I was thinking, if I'm making a larger journal, of course, I'd like to do some interactive pieces for it. So I made two of these. So I'll show you how this goes. I'll start with this one. So you can see the gorgeous image of like the door, like the farm door. This one would be glued down to a page and it flips out this way. So you would have, I think this one's got the side pocket. So you have a side pocket and then you have another pocket on the side that I use some of their digitals as well with some book pages. And how you would add this to your journal page. Let me grab a journal page. So this is their larger page, as you can see here. It's the one I'm working with there. So this would be your journal page. If you wanted to add, I should fold it so that it makes more sense. I will fold it. Okay, so this is your journal page. And if I wanted to add this interactive piece, I could glue it to the back. Or, I mean, I wouldn't do it here, but I could probably glue it to the inside and then have it flip out this way. All right, so we've got the little pocket there, and look at that little kitty, you guys, just taking a little nap right by that fireplace. Love that image. So anyways, that's how this one would work. And then of course I made the one to go the opposite direction because I thought, depending on how you're doing your pages or how I would do the pages, I would like to have interactive on either end. So this one's got this gorgeous image. And then of course it flips out this way. And then it's got the little pocket there, and this one has a top pocket here. So this one has a top pocket with a side pocket, and this one has the side pocket with an additional side pocket. And I don't know where I put my other little, I probably have it here somewhere. I had another little card that I had made. So anyways, those are those pieces, but look at this gorgeous kit, you guys. I love it. What I will be doing is probably making a full journal with it, but then I took the same pages and I kind of shrunk them down a little bit. But like I said, you can use anything you have. I just thought shrinking these down would be so cute. I do have a video showing you how I shrink down my digitals in case you're interested in doing this yourself. But of course you can use the full kit itself with this gorgeous images, just like as a journal itself, right? I will have some images on the screen just showing you some of the other gorgeous prints that are in here. So this is the little trifold that I made as well. So you can see how cute it is. It's kind of, I thought it would be good to tuck it into a journal page, or you could even glue it onto a page. Like, it would be glued down. So anyway, so you've got a flip out here, you've got a nice pocket on the top. Okay, and this I printed out from one of their neutral kit collections. I love that kit as well. Anyway, so that's a pocket there, and look how gorgeous that image is, right? Here we've got that kitty again that I mentioned, so I made a little pocket there, and then this is a little pocket that I made with these little piggies, also from the collection. I also did use their wooden textures paper as well, because I think it goes so beautiful with this kit. And then, so this is like my little trifold. And then here we've got another little side pocket, which is a nice large spot that you can add more ephemera or tags or whatever you wanted to add to send it. And then in the center, I just had some little bits of paper left, like some coffee stain paper. This is like an image that I loved from a Daphne's Diary planner that I pulled out. And so I think it just goes beautiful with these colors. This one has like a little bit of like blue. Anyway, so I thought it went perfect. And the way that I added this one is I just used this little tool, which I love. I have to refill it because I've used up all the little thingies. But I will show you how I use it in this video in case you're interested. But of course, I'll also give you some options on how you can, you know, attach your pages in the center. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but I think it looks so cute that you can remove this and you can add this back on. I love this clip because the clips are removable and you can reuse them. So I will have this actually linked below if I remember where I got it from. I think it was either Stationery Pal, but you can probably find it on Amazon. I will link them all below. Some of them have discount codes. If you go on my Stationery Pal links, there might be some discount codes as well for you. But anyways, isn't this super cute, you guys? I love how it came out. I love like all the little pockets, and you know, you can do so much with it. And of course, putting them all together as a little addition to your journal would be so cute, like adding ephemera to it, right? So let me show you how to make this one actually, because I think this is the one I want to make with you. And yeah, it'll be probably super quick. You've probably seen this done before, but I thought I would show you how to make it in the video. As I mentioned, I will have all the links below for the kits that I used, as well as discount codes for them, because I do have an annual membership discount and a yearly membership discount code for you. And if I forget anything else, I will link it below. All right, let me show you how to make one. So for this project, I'll be using the Country Farm Junk Journal pages from Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club. I've shrunk them down to a page so I can get the size that I want. And I have shown you in a video before how I like to do this to shrink my pages. And then I took another sheet of the pages and shrunk them down to 4 to a page. So that gave me all the different little sizes that I'm going to work on. Plus, I'm also using the wooden textures kits, which I absolutely love. And I think it goes so perfect with the Country Farm Junk Journal pages. They also have a lot more digitals in their shop if you guys wanted to check it out. Okay, so I've taken my 12 by 12 and we'll be cutting it down to 5.5 by 12, and you're going to need 2 sheets of that, and you'll just have like a little scrap left over. Okay, so I've cut it down to size. I've got, of course, I used the one that I showed you already in the project. This is the little bit that we have left that I can use something else. I can use it for something else. And here we are with our little trifold little booklet here. And scoring at 4 and an 8. That's it. Score at 4 inches and at 8 inches. And then you've got your little trifold to work with. So you can see how the printed pieces, because I printed 2 to a page, fit perfectly onto the 5.5 sheets. And so then you have a nice perfect cover for them. So basically you would just be adding your pieces now to your page or to your folio here, right? You cut them to size and then you'll add them up. So I'll go ahead and add a couple of them, and then come back and show you the other bits that we're doing. So this is what it's looking like so far. I did want to show you the inside flap here. What I did obviously for the pocket here is I just made sure not to glue it all down. It fits nicely like that. So I'm just going to glue on 3 sides so that I have my top pocket here. And of course you can make the rest of it, you know, similar. You can add, you know, more top pockets or side pockets depending on how you glue this down. And then for this pocket that I had here, all I did is, again, measure my piece to the size and then just cut at an angle to give me like a nice large pocket. It doesn't really matter, you know, how thick the top is. This one is a little bit wider at the top, but it doesn't matter because I'm leaving it open on the sides as much as I can. And so I'm just going to glue this down again. So I just glued on the bottom and the side, and this way I have a nice opening on the side that fits something a little bit larger than if I were to have glued this part. It would just tuck in this way, but now we can have a piece that can slide in, which works out better. And then we'll do the little pocket here. I'm just going to reinforce this with a little bit of book page, and then I'll glue that down. I almost forgot. So I just glued on the 2 sides here, and then this gives me my little side tuck. Oopsies. Right here. Okay. So as I was saying, this is super easy and fun. I'm sure you've made these before, but I thought it would be so nice to do this whole kind of like farm theme. And I just, oh my gosh, I just love how it, look at the little piggies, and I like how the blue kind of, you know, it goes really nicely with some of the jars here. So I think this one worked out really, really nice. And then the center, of course, I can just staple paper to it. This one, as I mentioned, I just attached the sheets with this clip, which is so easy to do. It's just like a paper clip. So let me just grab some sheets and then show you how easy that is to work. I happen to have these blue sheets of paper, which I think will go nicely in the center. And hopefully I've lined them up properly. So this little doohickey, you push one of the little metal pieces so you could see it. Okay, so there it is. You place your paper and then you push it through, and it's attached. Isn't that super cute, you guys? So you can take this off and reuse it, which I absolutely love. Just fix it a little bit. And if you are so inclined to, you know, paint it or something a different color, that also works nicely. So we've got our pocket, our little tuck, our top pocket, and here's another little cute and fun and quick project that you can make. Send these to your friends, and they just look so cute. So all from a few sheets of paper. Let me grab the rest so you can see what I was making with these cute little, with this cute little design. Okay, so I wanted to quickly show you how I print my pages to a page. If you print digitals, you probably already know how to do this, but I'll put the screen there. Where the red square is, you'll see that it says copies per page and there's 1 selected. All I do is select the number of pages that I want on one page, or the number of images. As you can see now on the left, there's 2 to a page instead of 1 whole page. And then I just print that out. So it's super easy. And you can, you know, change that number to 4, 6, depending on the options that your computer has. And then you can shrink your sizes of your images. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out the links. I will leave them all in the video description. Don't forget to like the video and check out my other tutorials if you want to see more of my videos. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.